Hello and welcome everyone. In this video, we will understand the pause mechanism in Unity. Here we have a scene where an animator with a spin animation is attached to a bar. This animation is continuously spinning the bar. Let's start by creating a pause text with a dark transparent background. Name the panel Pause Menu and disable it. Select the canvas and attach a new script named Pause Manager. Clean the script and create a boolean to capture the status of the pause. Create a public game object to capture the reference of the pause menu. We will pause the game by setting time.timescale to 0. Timescale is the scale at which time passes. Its default value is 1, at which time passes in real time. At a value between 0 and 1, time passes slowly, giving a slow motion effect to your game. At a value of 0, time stops, causing every function that depends on time to stop, and your game acts as if it is paused. So create a pause method and set the bool and pause menu state. Then set the time scale to 0. Similarly, create the resume method and assign opposite values. So time scale will be set to 1. Now, inside the update method, bind the pause and resume function calls to the escape button press. Now everything looks fine, but what if your game was in slow motion before pausing? The resume function will set the time scale to 1, which is not good. So, we will create a variable to store the time scale value just before the pause. On resume, we will restore the time scale value instead of setting it to 1. Go back to the scene, assign pause menu, and play. Press the escape button, and you will see the game is paused. Use the escape button to toggle between the pause and play state. Now, everything is working as expected. But there is one important thing that we need to understand here. The functions that are called repeatedly at some interval can be divided into two parts, frame dependent and time dependent. The functions that are called on each frame are frame dependent. For example, update, coroutine with wait for end of frame. The functions that are called after a time interval are time dependent. For example, fixed update, coroutine with wait for fixed update, and wait for seconds. There is also a concept of unscaled time that does not depend on the timescale value and acts like real time, which cannot be stopped or changed. For example, coroutine with wait for seconds real time, variables like time.unscaled time and time.unscaled delta time. Time.timescale value will only affect the functions and variables that are time dependent. Others will continue to execute normally. To prove this concept, attach a new script named Game Manager to the camera. Open the script, create update and fixed update functions, and print a log in them. Go back to the scene, play, and hit the escape button to pause. You will notice that fixed update is stopped as it is time dependent. Update is still running as it is frame dependent, and so timescale does not affect this function. Also, the pause and resume function calls are written inside the update method, so it is good for us that update is still working even after pause. Now, if you want to stop an update function on pause, simply put a timescale value check and return on the first line inside the update function. You can see that now update and fixed update both stop on pause. Now, let's test the coroutine. Open the script and create a coroutine that iterates forever. Use wait for seconds with a 1 second wait, then print a log. Call the coroutine inside the start function. Play the scene and observe that the coroutine log is updating every 1 second. Hit the escape button and you will see that the log stops on pause. Replace the wait for seconds with wait for end of frame and you will see that the log does not stop when paused. So, if you want to pause the coroutine, then either use wait for fixed update and wait for seconds or use wait while with the predicate that 0 check the timescale. You will see that the log stops on pause. You can also control the animator's behavior by changing the update mode option to unscaled time. You will see that the animation is no longer pausing on hitting the escape button. With a proper understanding, you can always control the pause for various elements of the game. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.